In our last scene, we animated using the Move tool, just moving a box from one keyframe to the next, and then dragging the keyframe around to adjust, and then adding additional keyframes. To reset an animation, say we're not happy with it, we can just click down here in the gray area, and holding our left mouse, drag a window around all existing keyframes and hit delete. And notice it removes those keyframes and allows the object to stay where it is at this point. Now we can also just click on an individual keyframe and hit delete with the key on the keyboard, and that will remove that particular keyframe. We're going to start by doing another one, and this one's a little bit more complicated. We're going to do a rotate, and this should be somewhat familiar. We're going to hit auto key, and let's say in 50 frames we want this box to rotate. So I select my rotate tool, and notice here the box is going to rotate like this. Now that is actually not very realistic. If we sit back and say boxes don't flip on center axis, see, when I say center, meaning it's in line, boxes typically tip over on edge. So we go back into remember what we had here. We'll go ahead and delete that animation, and we're going to edit the pivot point on this box by going into Hierarchy, Effect Pivot Only, and using the Move tool, selecting the pivot so it's on edge. Now I select to get back out of that mode, hit my Auto key, and now I'm going to rotate from 0 to 100. This box is going to tip over, such as that, which is more realistic, and it would look even better if we had a ground plane out there, which I can do that. I can go ahead and put something that this box is going to sit on. So now this box appears that it tips over. So we've animated a rotation move, as well as edited the Effect Pivot Only and moved that. Now unfortunately, every time we animate, we can't make this box keep rolling over using that method, because the pivot point is not, you can't animate a pivot point, unfortunately. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to animate, you'd have to render the first 100 frames, and then move your pivot point, and then reanimate from 100 to 200, and so on. So there's certain things we just can't do. It just doesn't work that way. In conjunction, we can also move. Notice how I can adjust the keyframes, and notice how it's green for rotate. We're going to learn that the different colors mean different things. From 0 to 59, it rotates. But now if I hit Auto key at 100, I can also move my box. So the move goes from 0 to 100, but the rotate only goes from 0 to 60. So it appears like it's flipping over and then sliding. And take this key and slide it over, and notice what we've done here is we've moved all three of the starting points to 40. So now we go from 40, nothing happens. The box flips up and slides. Okay, so there's different things we're going to do here in the future where we can break up the starting points so that this box would rotate up, then begin to slide.